apartment houses because we'd like them to last for a while, or even single-family houses.
That may be true. I mean, this was, we're doing this project as an experiment, and part of the experiment is how long could this material last? Could we use it for permanent structures? And I think there's good evidence that we could, especially in combination with other materials.
In an interview with Architecture magazine, you imagined the 2014 World Cup stadiums using sustainable materials such as these bioplastics. What would happen? You build those stadiums which cost Brazil billions of dollars and led people to riot. You'd be building them with mushrooms for thousands of dollars or millions of dollars.
Well, this way of making building materials can end up being much less expensive. But we think that's especially true if you think of the cost to the environment and to ecosystems of having landfills filled with concrete rubble or styrofoam from packaging materials. If we can find ways to, take waste material from our normal agriculture or other processes, make solid objects that we need, like packaging material or building blocks, and then at the end of the life cycle, instead of filling up landfills with things that will take thousands of years to return to the earth, we could return these new bricks that we're using to the earth in about 60 days. We think it's both less expensive and a better way to function with the ecosystem.
How has the architecture community reacted to the sort of thing you're doing?
I think they've been really interested. There's obviously a movement in the world and also in the field of architecture toward an interest in sustainability and engaging questions about the environment in a lot of ways. And this, I think, represents one of many ways that could be new and interesting.
My guess is David Benjamin, the building designed by him and his firm, The Living, is currently at the Museum of Modern Art's PS1 courtyard in Long Island City. For those listeners who haven't seen it, can you describe what the tower looks like?
The tower is 40-foot tall construction of branching cylinders, and it kind of is situated within the courtyard of MoMA PS1 in order to provide, an interesting new space to test for a building, but also a backdrop for the weekly parties called warm-up that happen there every Saturday.
Parties will be held inside the structure.
Inside the structure and around the ground beside it.
If somebody spills a drink accidentally on one of these bricks, is it going to dissolve?
It will not. They're pretty resistant.
What's the role of the reflective bricks at the top? What are they made of?
That's a good question. In order to grow these new type of bricks, you need a mold or a tray. And in this case, we used trays made out of a new high-tech material called specular film, made by the company 3M. And then at the end of the growing cycle, after growing about 8 different parts in these trays, one after another, we reused the trays on top of the building to create a kind of a crown of reflective material.
You decided not to paint this building?
Exactly. Originally, we had imagined using an organic compostable dye on the inside to create an outside that was a natural color and an inside that was a glowing color as a test of this building material to be able to take on color and texture like all building materials. In the end, we decided as we were building it that we really thought the texture and pattern and light and shadow worked best with the natural color.
3M makes Scotch tape. You didn't use any of the Scotch tape to put this thing together, did you?
No, we didn't. Or Post-it.
What was the inspiration for the shape of Firefly?
The main